Hello everyone, I hope you all guys must be fine at their homes and that's we are waiting for. So as you know that from today I am starting my brand new web series or the series that I'm going on with. Okay? So the most awaited playlist for all, it's the Historica with Rutu, okay? So most of the people were waiting for this on my social media accounts. So thank you for all these things. Okay, so I think let's proceed. So before that, welcome to Historica, episode 1. And this episode will be on the Paleolithic Age, okay? And we're gonna learn that how our ancestors did what all things in that age, okay? Let me introduce myself first. Myself, Rutu Deepak, okay? And I'm your host, those at this Historica, okay? So I think let's begin. Okay, so it's Historica episode 1, right? Of Paleolithic Age. Now remember that Paleolithic Age is a development of humankind. Now, from this age, our ancestors developed from apes to Homo sapiens. Alright? Okay, just wait, let me pair my white color marker so it will be easy for you to look. Okay, so let's begin. First things first, that you have to see which topics are we going to cover. So which topics are we going to cover? We're going to cover main two topics and three subtopics. So first two topics are classification of prehistoric age. So we have prehistoric age and we are going to classify them into different ages. Now that is classification of prehistoric age. Now next is Paleolithic age, which we're going to discuss in this episode of Historica. Now, in Paleolithic age we have three other Paleolithic age too. That is lower, middle and upper. Okay? Now we're going to have a look at all of these. So let's get started with classification of prehistoric age. Okay, so classification of prehistoric age consists of Paleolithic period, okay, which you're going to see in this episode, which contains lower, middle, and upper periods. Okay, now what do you mean by Paleolithic period? Do you have any idea? Okay, let me tell. See, the word paleo, can you see the word paleo? The word paleo means old, O-L-D, old, okay? And lithic means stone. So old stone period or age. So it's old stone age. So Paleolithic age is nothing known as old stone age. Okay? Now next is Mesolithic period. So Meso means middle, lithic means stone, and period also you can say age. Alright? Now next is Neolithic age. So Neo means new, lithic means stone, period means age. Okay? Next is Chalcolithic age. So the meaning of chalco means copper and iron mixture. So the mixture of copper and iron is known as chalcolithic. Not chalcolithic but chalco. Okay? And the lithic word derives from stone, as you know. Age, you can say age, period, anything it might work. Both mean the same in history. Okay? Next is Iron Age. Iron Age means our ancestors started making weapons only of pure plain iron. Okay? As simple as it is. Now let's have a look at Paleolithic period. Now we have some fun facts which will give you a brief description about Paleolithic age. Okay? So first point is about 4.4 million years old fossils of earliest humans were found in Africa. So around 4.4 million years old fossils were of earliest human beings and they were found in Africa. Okay, they're not found in India but they were found in Africa. How many years ago? 4.4 million years ago. That's a long period. Now let's see the next topic. The next point is the earliest humans were shorter in height and had smaller brain. So this phrase means they were shorter in height. Now have you wondered the height of apes and have a look at their skull, how that looks? They're little, they're very small compared to us, right? So why it is? Because we humans were the modified version of apes, right? So Homo sapiens, or our ancestors, were shorter in height and had smaller brain. Okay? Great. Now, the present form reached about 50,000 years ago. My god, that's really long period, right? Alright. So, point number 4, in India. So we can say that Africa, not only in Africa but in India also, some hominid fossils. So hominid means a little version of ape and little version of human. So that is known as hominid fossil. Okay? So the hominid fossil were only found in India from Hathnora. So where is this Hathnora? Hathnora is in Narmada Valley of India. Okay? Hathnora is there near Narmada Valley, which is situated in India. Alright? Great! That's nice. Now let's have a look at Paleolithic Age. Now, the Paleolithic period or Paleolithic Age, okay? So, hunters and food gatherers. Who are these people? Hunters and food gatherers are our own. They are our own ancestors. Great. They did the work of hunters and food gatherers in Paleolithic period. Okay? Now let's read some more about them. The archaeological site of Bori in Pune district of Maharashtra is about 1.4 million years old. My god. So there is an archaeological site. There is an archaeological site of Bori in Pune district of Maharashtra, which is about 1.4 million years old. Okay? And it gives us a scientific record. What it gives? It gives a scientific record about the early stones in India. So the early stones in India which were found, they were only found in Bori in Pune district of Maharashtra. How many years ago? 1.4 million years ago. So please have a look at the highlighted words which are given in the mustard yellow color. So please see them because they are much important and they must come in the quiz. So the quiz is not today, it's there afterwards. I don't know how much of, but I'll fix a particular day for the quiz. Okay? Now let's read the next point. The early human settlement in India is contemporary. So what's the meaning of contemporary here? The meaning of contemporary means simultaneous to the Asian countries. Okay? So the human settlements which were occurring in India were similar or were going at the same time according to the Asian countries as well. But these Asian countries were lagging behind. But the first human settlement was done in Africa. Then comes the Asian countries. So first human settlement was done in African region. Then it continued to Asian countries. Okay? Now, next point. Stones and pebbles were used for hunting and cutting. So stones and pebbles, you know, because they are basics of all, they were used for hunting and cutting. So they used to hunt animals and they used to cut their skin, they used to cut their flesh, right? So stones and pebbles were used that time. And the most important thing of all, the most important thing, that the primitive man or the Homo sapiens had no knowledge of cultivation and house building. Means from this phrase we can say that the Homo sapiens or our ancestors or the primitive man, they were not having any knowledge of self cultivation and house building. Means they were completely dependent on nature. So nature gave them food, so they do not need to cultivate their own food, right? Nature gave them shelter, so they used to live in caves. Okay, so we can say that the primitive man or our ancestors were completely dependent on nature during Paleolithic period. After that, they started doing more inventions. Okay. Now, this is the most important. For doing that, you need to print a small Paleolithic site map or the political map of India. You have to print like this, similar to this, and you have to mark these 11 very important Paleolithic sites situated in India. They are much important. Map work is much important, so you cannot deny it. So let's see the first place. It's Balan Valley. What? Balan Valley. It's there in Uttar Pradesh, right over here. Can you see this pink dot? Have a look here. Just wait, I'll take my red color pen, so it will be highlighted. Okay, so can you see this place? This place is Balan Valley. Now next is Chota Nagpur Plateau. Chota Nagpur Plateau is there in Maharashtra. It's in western Maharashtra, I can say. Sorry, eastern Maharashtra, I can say. Now next is Malprabha. Now Malprabha is there in western Karnataka. Western Karnataka in the border of Puducherry. Okay, in the border of Puducherry. Okay. Next is Pahalgam, which is there in Jammu and Kashmir. It's there in North India, the Northeast India. Okay, and it is there in Central Jammu Kashmir. Central. Okay, there is not in north, not in south, not in east, not in west, but there is situated in the center. Okay. All right. Next is Shivalik Range. So Shivalik Range are situated in the Kanchenjunga ranges in East India. So it's there near Kanchenjunga ranges. Okay. Next is Singhi. Singhi is there in Rajasthan and it's there in eastern Rajasthan, I can say, right over here. Alright. Next is Berach. Berach is also there in Rajasthan and it's there in southern Rajasthan. Can you see this green dot? Yes. Now next is Bhimbetka and Adamgarh. Bhimbetka and Adamgarh is in the central part of India. It's there in Madhya Pradesh and it's there in central Madhya Pradesh. Okay, central Madhya Pradesh. Okay. Now next comes Nevasa. So Nevasa is there in Maharashtra and it's there in eastern Maharashtra, northeast Maharashtra, Nevasa. And next is Hinsgi. Hinsgi is there in the northern Karnataka. Is there in northern Karnataka? That is Hinsgi. Okay. Now next is Atirampakkam. It's a little difficult to pronounce, but I'll teach you. First, see, you have to pronounce Ati, then Ram, then Pakkam. So we can say Atirampakkam. If you want, you can practice some more on this if you're lagging behind. But let me tell you the location. Atirampakkam is there on the border of Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. Okay, southern India. Okay, very nice. Now let's have a look at the phases of Paleolithic ages. So first comes Lower Paleolithic Age. So remember these things which I'm saying. The first thing is cover greater parts of Ice Age. So the Lower Paleolithic Age covers greater parts of Ice Age. Wow. Okay. Next comes the use of hand axe, cleavers and choppers. Okay, so our ancestors use hand axe, cleavers and choppers for their work. So they used to use this kind of stones which were like pointed at one side and flat. So have you seen a knife? It's sharp but it's flat. Okay, so they used to use this kind of stones for doing that. Now stone tools were mainly used for chopping, digging and skinning. So they used for chopping, they used to dig the ground, they used to skin. So skin means they used to take an animal skin and they used to remove the skin of that animal using this kind of tools. Okay. Now then comes the climate. So climate is less humid in lower Paleolithic age. So it's less humid in lower Paleolithic age. It's not like very humid, it's less humid, okay, I can say. Now let's see middle Paleolithic age. Okay, now middle Paleolithic age consists of flake tools. So flake tools were used in this period. So what is the meaning of flake tools? So flake tool means it's a particular kind of stone. It's known as flake, okay, and that was used during this period. Now variety of blades, points, borers and scrapers were made up of flakes. So flake, I told you, flake is a particular stone, and we can make different varieties of blades, points, borers, scrapers, okay. Alright, now next is sites, coincides. So meaning of coincides means contemporary. So I told you the meaning of contemporary. Contemporary means simultaneously, okay. So site coincides with that of lower Paleolithic age, means it is simultaneously according to the lower Paleolithic age, okay. The sites of middle Paleolithic age coincides with the sites of lower Paleolithic age, okay. Now next is middle Paleolithic tools, okay. So the tools which were there in middle Paleolithic ages were found in central India, means I can say Madhya Pradesh, Deccan, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka and Orissa, okay. So remember these places, these are little important, although they are not going to come in exams, not all of these, but still it might come, okay. Now let's see. Okay, so now we have some major sites of middle Paleolithic age. Okay, so let's see it. So first is Bhimbetka. I told you where is Bhimbetka already. It's there in the central India. It's in Madhya Pradesh. Okay. Alright. Now comes Nevasa. I told you Nevasa is also, that is there in western Maharashtra. It's there in western Maharashtra. Next is Pushkar. So Pushkar is there in Rajasthan and it's in central east. So it's like in center also and in east also. Okay, I can say. Now is Rohiri Hills. Rohiri Hills. So Rohiri Hills is there in the western or in the Sindh region. So Sindh region comes in Pakistan area. So Rohiri Hills is there in Pakistan in the Sindh region, Sindhu region. Okay. Next is Samnapuram. Samnapur. So Samnapur is like a little distance from Bhimbetka only, but they are located in the same state. That is Madhya Pradesh. Okay. Now let's have a look further. Upper Paleolithic age. Okay. Coincide with the last phase of Ice Age when climate became comparatively warm. Okay, so the Ice Age was there during the lower Paleolithic age. So in upper Paleolithic age, the ices started to decline because it started to become warm. It started to become warm, okay, comparatively to the low Paleolithic age. Modern types of man or Homo sapiens were there in this period. So the Homo sapien, development of Homo sapiens was done in upper Paleolithic age. Now there was new flint industry. So flint industry means, does not mean like a factory or all, but flint means it's kind of they used to do something that's very new. Okay. Now there were large amount of flakes, blade, burins and scrapers. So you know what's meaning of flake tools I told you. You know what's the meaning of blade, scraper also. But what is this burins, right? So burins, okay, burins are the one which they used to make using the stones only. They used to do using their stones. They used to use the stones only for that. Okay, now I think there are some major sites of Paleolithic, upper Paleolithic age. Yes, so there are some major sites, but these all are the I can say these all are the states of India, but very less there are some sites. Okay, so first comes Rajasthan. So complete Rajasthan comes under the upper Paleolithic age. Central and Western India. Central and Western India means some part of Central and some part of Western. Okay. Now parts of Balan Valley. So Balan Valley, I told you where is Balan Valley? It's right over here. Southern Uttar Pradesh. Okay. Just wait. Andhra Pradesh. Where is Andhra Pradesh now? I told you Andhra Pradesh is right over here. Right? And next comes Gujarat. Gujarat is over right here. And last but not the least, Karnataka is over right here. Okay, now let's see what's further. Okay, so thank you for watching my video. I hope you all guys must be enjoying this episode of Historica, because it carries out a lot of things about Paleolithic Age. So I'll meet you in the episode 2 of this Historica. Okay, episode 2, which will be there of Mesolithic Age. So we're going to do some Mesolithic Age, knowledge of Mesolithic Age. Okay, next episode will be there on Mesolithic period. Okay, so thank you for watching my video, and I hope you all guys must be great. Okay, so goodbye. Thank you.